大家好，我是英英老师。Welcome to Learn Chinese with the 英英。This is our first lesson of learning a Chinese poem. 愿得一心人，白首不相离。Even though it was written 2,000 years ago, it's super commonly used in our daily life to express our wish to have a lasting love, to have someone we could grow old with. It may seem so daunting at first sight, and you may be wondering how is that possible for me to understand it or remember it, especially when I am a beginner. Actually, it's not that hard if you follow this lesson, which explains the meaning and the background of this poem and shares some tricks to remember these Chinese characters. You will be surprised and impressed by your own progress in just about 10 minutes. Without further ado, let's get started. In the last lesson, we've learned this poem. I'll read for you again for review. 愿得一心人，白首不相离. It means if I'd wed one with a single heart, even white-haired, we would not apart. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to remember and write these characters. I know they may sound so complex at the first sight, but as you can see, even this so complex word is made of small, simple words, and many of them has its own meaning independently. So after you learn these simple words and just combine them together, you will have this complex one. Well, just stick to the end. You will know what I'm talking about. The first word we are going to learn is 白. 白. It means white, pure. So how can we remember this one? Do you remember in our previous lessons, we've learned the word 日. It means sun. You can write it if you remember it. So you can see these two are so similar, except here. Do you see this is a long dot here? So how can we remember this one? You can see under the sun, we can use our hand to block some sunlight. So to avoid get tanned. So we can see it's like keep white, keep pure. So this is the word 白. 白. It means white, pure. So this one is so similar to 白. It is 自. 自. It means I or myself. So how can we remember this one? You remember 白? You can write it if you remember it. So the difference between these two is 自 has two lines inside. How can we remember this? So you can see in our heart, we need to draw some boundaries to keep ourselves pure. So we can remember in this way. So like two lines inside. It means 自. 自. 自 means I, myself. The next word we are going to learn is 大. 大. It means big. So as you can see, when we stretch out our hand and also our legs, it's kind of make ourselves big. It means 大. You can see here. So it is big. And the opposite of 大 is 小. 小. It means small. So when we kind of keep our hands close to ourselves and stand there, it's kind of making us small. So it's kind of opposite to, opposite of stretching out our hands or arms. So this one is like, see here, is our body and like two arms close to ourselves. It means small. So 小. two hands by ourselves. So 小 means small. After you remember these 4 simple words, let's see how can they make complex words. So the first one, 愿, it means wish. So how can we remember this one? You can see this part actually means the sky, So under the sky, this one is 白. It means white, pure. So in our pure, and this one, do you see is small? So in our white and pure heart, so this, do you notice one? This one is heart. It is explained in our previous lessons. So if you haven't learned this before, you can go to my previous lessons. Now you get this complex one, don't you? 愿, it means under the sky, in our pure and small heart, we make sincere wish. And 得, the second one is 得, it means get. So you can see here, this part, well, this one is the variation of 人. Do you see here? Just a variation of it also means 人. And also this one, with another line here, it means 2 person. So this one is like 2 person. Do you notice here? This is 日, under the sun. And here is 2. 2 means like 2 hearts become 1. So you can remember in this way, 2 person under the sun, and their 2 heart become 1. So you get someone. So it means get. 得, it means get. These 3 words has been taught in previous lessons, so we can review it. 一 means 1. 心 means heart. 人 means people or person. So now you get these 5 words. 愿得一心人. If I'd wed one with a single heart. 愿得一心人. The next line is 白首不相离. It means even white-haired, we would not apart. So let's learn these characters. The first one is 白. We learned it before. 白 means white and pure. Actually, 白首 is a phrase. It means white-haired. So do you notice here the 手, the lower part of 手 is 字. It means I, myself. You remember? Just 2 lines inside. And here, this one, it can be seen as our shoulder. Above our shoulder is our head. So like these 2 dots is our 2 ears. So it kind of symbolizes our head, above the shoulder. So 白首 means white-haired. 不, we learned it before, means no, never. 不. 相离 is a phrase. So how can we remember the word 相? Do you notice the left part of 相 is 木? It means tree. And the right part of 相 is 木. It also the same pronunciation, but this one means eye. They are taught in our previous lessons. We go and look after the tree every day. And the tree give us cover when it grow up. So it's kind of the mutual benefits. So this word actually means mutual. This word 离 is a little bit difficult, but there's also some tricks to remember it. Do you see here? This one, the dot is our head, and this one is our shoulder. So, and this part can be seen, as our body. And this is a cross, means, okay, in our heart, we have no. Okay, we say no. We have like not feeling very good. And this one is can be seen as the house, right? And this is the leg. When we are living, when we are moving, our legs kind of bend a little with the shoes. So we can remember in this way. Our hand, our shoulder, and in our heart, in our body, we have a feeling of no, I don't like it, not very good feeling. So I decided to leave the house. 离 means leave. So 相离 means leave each other. So now you get these 5 words. 白首不相离 means even white-haired we would not apart. Now you can read and write poems that was written 2,000 years ago. Okay, I'll read for you again. 愿得一心人，白首不相离。So I hope you will find someone you can use this poem to. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for being here when you can be anywhere in the world. You should really feel proud of yourself for your commitment in learning and growing. The simple fact you click this video and stick to the end is a true manifest of your growing mindset. I really hope this video was helpful to you. I'd love to know your feedback. Please drop them in the comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. By the way, I'll upload video resources weekly. Please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. 谢谢观看，我们下次再见。